Happy holiday week, big spenders. Um, yeah, we're at the time of the year where we don't know what day of the week it is. Yeah, CJ just wandered out of their room. It's like, what, 1:30? We've given up. We are no longer participating in society. Yeah, okay with that. Uh, who's traveling this week? If you are, good luck. Be safe. Be careful. Um, yeah, it's going to be rough out there. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my house. I love to travel, but I hate to travel when everybody else is traveling. So I tend to not do that. And we like our nice, quiet little pajama Christmas around here. So yeah, and I'm not planning on getting in my car even for a few days. By Friday or Saturday, I'll be, I don't know, in dire need of, I don't know, signs of humanity, I guess. Yeah. And I'll probably hit one of the coffee houses. So, anyway, travel stuff. Okay. Less than a month until CJ and I go to Monterey. Excited about that. Not so excited that people keep dying at my favorite places in Monterey. If you read when I posted about my trip, like a couple of days after I did my Pacific Coast Highway Big Sur trip, um, half of a family was swept out to sea and died. And a couple of days later, it happened again, just a few miles up the road. And then this week, there was a news story that uh, at Lover's Point, which that's the spot. I'm using this as my profile pictures to about everywhere. There's a photo of me with the sunset and the ocean in the background. That's Lover's Point in Pacific Grove. Um, a swimmer um, was attacked by a shark and they haven't found her yet. Like, oh my God, horrible things keep happening in this area that I've just recently completely fallen in love with. And it's kind of, I mean, it's tragic. It's awful. And at the same time, it's like, okay, yeah, if anything else, it's, what am I taking away from this? I'm taking, like, don't set foot in that water. Stay back and watch it. It's pretty. You're not qualified to be in it. And you guys probably aren't either. So let's just look, not touch. Okay. There's going to be noise in the background. CJ just came in. They got up and went straight outside to work on a very large art project. Somewhat travel related, or it will be travel related. I had a physical therapy appointment yesterday. It was my first physical therapy appointment to work on my vestibular migraines. And it was very enlightening. I know I wrote a post a few months ago after I canceled a trip about how flaky I am. And I talked last week about how I went to Chicago 2 weeks ago and wound up not doing any of the things. I wound up not leaving my Airbnb. So I just felt ick. And I think I also talked about how I just have no sense of if I'm unwell or not. I automatically assume I'm faking it and blowing it out of proportion. Well, yesterday they gave me a survey to look at my symptoms, my vestibular migraine symptoms, and how often I have them. And on the scoring of the survey, it was something like if you score over 20, you should seek treatment. Any score over 50, they considered, their words, severely handicapped. I scored a 74. Yeah. um, I was stunned because I still was not convinced that I wasn't just imagining this, because it feels weird and it's hard to describe. And um, I found out things that I thought were totally normal are not. And that I've been living with this a lot longer than I realized. And that it's probably more than just vestibular migraines. And the good news, um, the good news is physical therapy for this. Well, it's kind of hard to find a therapist. Uh, Physical therapy has really good results if you can tolerate it, because it also, the physical therapy causes dizziness and vertigo and nausea. So, and yeah, after just doing a couple of the little exercises yesterday, the physical therapist keeps a little puke bag right there, right beside you at all times. Didn't use it, but by the time I walked out to my car, I was thinking I might need to. So yeah, I'm kind of dealing with that, and the prospect. I don't know. I'm lucky that my brain, even though I downplay everything to myself, um, I don't know. I think I operate in a place of really ridiculous optimism, and when I've been, like, when I was diagnosed with polycystic ovarian syndrome and PTSD, in both cases, it was just like, whew, okay, and now that I know, I can fix it. I can work on it. And this is kind of the same thing. It's like, okay, what I thought might not even be real, what I thought was just, like I said, like normal. Maybe everybody feels this fuzzy headed all the time. No. I'm looking forward to being able to maybe get this under control and see how it affects my traveling. I might not have to use wheelchairs at the airport anymore. That would be great. Um, this therapy and the medication. I also started taking a migraine medication a week ago, just as a rescue. So it's like I'm not taking it daily, but just when I have a migraine, I'm even kind of parsing them out. Like I've got a migraine today, and it's a pretty bad one, but I'm not going anywhere, and I can spend the day sitting, which is the one position where they don't bother me as much. So it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna waste a pill. A night though, a wave of nausea just hit. Oh, it's so fun living with this brain. But yeah, I'm looking at. I've got 6 weeks of physical therapy planned, scheduled in the books, and I've got my rescue meds. And I'm going back to Monterey, and it's like I might get to do some of the things I couldn't do last time, because it is possible that, I mean, the improvement happens fairly quickly from what I understand. So I might not be all the way better, but I might be less spacey and less foggy headed and less distracted, and all these great things that would help me enjoy my life more. And I'm really excited to start going places, and I'm excited that I have answers, and I'm excited to see what's next. So that's good. Um, what else? Booking trips. My God. Um, Let me book a trip for you. Seriously, I don't want to beg for business. I'm not going to. I'm still trying to figure out my marketing stuff. I've got some writing stuff to do, but um, 6 days travels is still growing at a nice pace. I've got some interesting trips out there that people have expressed interest in, and I'm just impatient. That the difference between expressing interest and then going through. Come on, let's go somewhere. Let's do some stuff. So I'm ready to get on that. What else? In February, CJ and I have talked. We missed doing our Lawrence, Kansas spa trip for fall semester. We usually go once a semester. We missed it this year because I would say our schedules, but their schedule was so intense. So we've scheduled that. We're going to do that in February for their birthday, and I'm excited about that. I get to start booking that. I'm excited. So yeah, my next two trips are with CJ, so that's going to be fun. Lawrence trip is always a good time, and I need to book us a place to stay for that. I just realized I keep booking stuff for myself. That's okay. But yeah, now that with being at the end of the year and with having such an odd year with losing my job and starting a blog that I decided to turn into a business and having this health issue that's coming to a head, it's like, okay, so 2025 was a building year. And some of the beginning of 2026 will be too. But just realized I could have the migraines more under control for Solid Sound Festival in June. Migraines kept me out of the festival in 2024. As in, I went. There's Woody! He's beckoning to his ancestors. Okay. I hear that in the middle of the night, and I'm told that I respond to it without waking up. So, it's quite the relationship I have with my cat. But yeah, when I went to Solid Sound in 2024, I had horrible, and this was right after I was diagnosed. I was having horrible vertigo episodes, and I was like, I can't handle being in a crowd. Being in crowded places is one of the things that sets it off. So I didn't go to any of the shows. I'm hoping I won't have to worry about that this time. So yeah, new year. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that maybe this country will be in better shape. Hopeful for a lot of things. So I hope you are too. And with that, I have some writing to do. I have a piece I need to turn in for another Jane Pratt thing. And I'll write something for y'all. Here comes Woody. Here, I'll let him say hello before we say goodbye. Come here, Woody. Okay. Have a great holiday week. Love y'all. Thank you for your support.